Inheritance. The extends keyword is used in class declarations or class expressions to create a class as a child of another constructor, either a class or a function. And you have the link for this article. Here we have the extends keyword, and here they give us an example. So we have the class named animal, and inside of its curly braces we're gonna have a constructor, and we're gonna have name as its parameter. So inside of the curly braces of the constructor we're gonna use the keyword this, and we're gonna chain it to the parameter. So it's gonna be this that name is gonna be assigned to the parameter, so it's gonna be assigned to name. We close the curly braces of the constructor, and now we're gonna declare a function name speak. Inside of the curly braces of the function speak, we're gonna cancel that log a message, and to do that we're gonna use backticks, and we're gonna use the $sign. Inside of the curly braces we're gonna pass in the name, so it's gonna be this that name, and we close the curly braces. After that we're gonna type in the sentence makes a noise. So when we pass a string, for example the name of an animal, a lion, a tiger, a bear, it's gonna be that animal makes a noise. So we close this cancel that log with a semicolon, we close the curly braces of the function speak, and we close the curly braces of the class animal. So after that we're gonna use the class extends, so we're gonna use dog in this case, so it's gonna be class dog extends animal. So animal is the class here, so we're using class dog extends animal. Inside of its curly braces we're gonna pass in a constructor, and inside of the parentheses of the constructor we're gonna have name as an argument or as a parameter. Inside of the curly braces of the constructor we're gonna pass in the keyword super, and inside of its parentheses we're gonna pass in the name. And here we have call the superclass constructor and pass in the name parameter. So we close the curly braces of the constructor, and again we type in the function name speak, and we're gonna cancel that log a message. Again the same, we're gonna use backticks, $sign, open curly braces, this that name, close curly braces, but now the sentence is just gonna be the word barks. So when we pass a string, for example the name of an animal, in this case probably a dog, it's gonna be this dog barks. So we close the curly braces of the function speak, and we close the curly braces of the class dog extends animal. So in this case we have a constant declaration name d, and we're gonna assign it to new dog. In this case the name is gonna be the string Mitzi. We close it with a curly braces, we close it with a semicolon, and now we're gonna use this constant, the constant d, and we're gonna chain it to the function speak. So the result that we're gonna get is gonna be this string Mitzi, and the message Mitzi barks. So we can grab this example and we can check it out into the Chrome developer tools. So we type in Ctrl+Shift+I and just paste it here. So we press enter, and there you have it, Mitzi barks. So we can, for example, we can create another function here, another constant, for example the constant ft, and we're gonna assign it to again new dog, and this time we're gonna pass in the Toby, the name Toby. Okay, so we're gonna use that new constant ft, but now we're gonna chain it to the function speak. We chain it to the function speak, and now the result is you have Toby barks and the Mitzi barks. So that's how you use class extends. So that is for that example. If there is a constructor present in the subclass, it needs to first call super before using the keyword this. The super keyword can also be used to call corresponding methods of superclass. So here in this example, they give us the class name cat, and inside of the curly braces we have the constructor with the parameter name. Inside of the curly braces of the constructor, we're gonna use the keyword this, and we're gonna chain it to the parameter, so it's gonna be this.name is assigned to the name. We close the curly braces of the constructor, and then we're gonna call in the we're gonna create a function named speak, and we're gonna cancel that log message. Again, we're gonna use backticks in the parentheses, use the $sign. Inside of the curly braces of the $sign, we're gonna use this.name that is assigned to the name, the parameter. And after that, the sentence that we're gonna use is gonna be makes a noise. We close the backticks, we close with a semicolon, we close the curly braces of the function speak, and we close the curly braces of the class cat. So now we're gonna use class lion extends cat. So the class is named cat. This time we're using the word lion, so it's gonna be class lion extends cat. Inside of the curly braces, we're gonna use the function speak, but inside of the curly braces of the function speak, this time we're gonna use the keyword super, and we are gonna chain it to the function speak. So super that speak, and we end up with a semicolon. Now we're gonna cancel that log a message, so it's gonna be backticks $sign this.name. We close the curly braces, and now the word roars. So for example, if we pass in, I don't know, tiger, a lion, wolf, it's gonna be that tiger, lion, wolf roars. We close the curly braces of the function speak, and we close the curly braces of the class lion extends cat. So we're gonna create a constant named 1, and we're gonna assign it to new lion, and as a string we're gonna pass in the word fuzzy. We close the curly brace, we close this statement with a semicolon, and now we call in the constant 1, and we chain it to the function speak. So the result that we are gonna get is gonna be the string fuzzy that we pass in here, but also the message. In the message of the function speak, we have two messages. The first message is gonna be makes a noise, so it's gonna be fuzzy makes a noise, and then the second message is gonna be fuzzy roars. So we can grab this example, and you can go here and paste it, and there you have it. Fuzzy makes a noise, fuzzy roars, and we can change it. For example, instead of fuzzy we can say, I don't know, tiger, and now it's gonna be tiger makes a noise, tigers roars. Tiger makes a noise, tiger roars. And you can change him, I don't know, to lion or wolf. Then wolf makes a noise, wolf roars. So that's how you do this example. Okay, examples: binding the keyword this instance and static methods. When a static or instance method is called without a value for the keyword this, such as by assigning the method to a variable and then calling it, the keyword this value will be undefined inside the method. This behavior is the same even if the use strict directive isn't present, because code within the class body is always executed in a strict mode. And by the way, this example we can also do it in the example that we saw right here. In the previous example, we can go to our Visual Studio Code. You can create a file in JavaScript. You paste it here, you save it, and if you go to your HTML file, you have to make sure that you have the script and the source has the name of your file in JavaScript. So my file script name is test.js, so that's what I have in my HTML script source, test.js. So it's connected, and now you just right click and test that HTML in your HTML file, and you open it with open with live server. So you go here, nothing's happened, but you have to press Ctrl Shift I, and there you have it. Fuzzy makes a noise, fuzzy roars. So that is what we have here in our VS Code. But for example, if instead of fuzzy you want to pass in another string, I don't know, tiger for example, and you save it, and now if you go to your document, and here you have it, tiger makes a noise, tiger roars. You just have to create two files. One is a basic HTML, so just for example you go here and just press shift exclamation mark, and it's gonna create this template, and the only thing that you just have to add is gonna be this line of code that is gonna be a script source and the name of your JavaScript file. In my case, my JavaScript file is test.js, so you have to make sure that these two names matches your JavaScript file with your source. So that is that. Yeah, don't save, so we can check it out in Visual Studio Code if you want. And now we were here. Okay, so again, you have this behavior is the same even if the use strict directive isn't present, because code within the class body is always executed in a strict mode. Here they give us this example. So we have the class name animal. Inside of the class animal we have the function speak, and inside of the function speak we're gonna return the keyword this. So we close the curly braces of the function speak, and now we're gonna use the word static, the function eat, and we're gonna return the keyword this. So we close the curly braces of the function eat, and we close the curly braces of the class animal. So now we're gonna have a constant obj, short for object, and we're gonna assign it to the new animal. So here the class is animal, so we're gonna assign it to new animal. So we have the object that speak, so we are chaining the object to the function speak, and we're gonna get just the animal object. After that we're gonna create a constant named speak, and we're gonna assign it to the object that is speak, and we're gonna call in the function speak, and we're gonna get undefined. After that we have the animal that eat, so we chain it to the function speak, and we're gonna get the class animal. So we're gonna have a constant named eat, and we're gonna assign it to animal that eat, and we call in the function eat, and we're gonna get undefined. So we can grab this example and check it out into the Chrome Developer Tools. We press enter, and we have undefined. And for example, if we want to cancel that log, cancel that log, and we're gonna cancel the animal, we're gonna get in this class. If instead we want to just we're gonna pass in the function speak, we're gonna get undefined. If we pass in the function eat, we're also gonna get undefined. Okay, that is that for that example. If we rewrite the above using traditional function-based syntax in non-strict mode, then the keyword this method calls are automatically bound to the global this. In strict mode, the value of the keyword this remains undefined. So in this example we're using the function animal, and then we have an empty set of curly braces. Then we use the function animal, but we chain it to the prototype that is speak, and then we assign it to a function anonymous. Inside of the curly braces we return the keyword this. We close the curly braces of the animal that prototype that is speak, and now we have animal that eat, and we assign it to the anonymous function, and we return this. Outside of that we have the constant object, and we assign it to new animal. So we have the constant speak, and we assign it to object that is speak. So when we call in the function speak, we're gonna have the global object, and now when now we have the constant name it, and we're gonna assign it to animal that eat. So when we call in eat, the function eat, we're gonna have the global object. So here we can grab it, we can go to our Chrome developer tools, the enum. Okay, so I need to refresh it, and there you have it. So we have the subject, so we have window, self, and document.